Now it's 1999. You're starting this path, real estate, kind of in the Northern Virginia area. Is that the time frame that we're talking about?
Yeah, around 2000 time
Okay.
frame. Yeah, yeah.
So give us some just jaw-dropping. This house I showed last week was 1.5, and I remember looking at this when it was 240,000. Or what version of that do you have for us?
Yes, I mean, condos were $80,000. Remember showing those? And that's like a parking spot price,
Right.
standard now. Well, things have really changed. One thing we did do more of back then, I would say, is had more conversations with people, more face to face, and I felt like we had more time with our clients because things are more fast paced these days. That I feel has gone a little bit to the wayside.
What is the one thing that you feel like has really benefited you from your previous experiences to transitioning into your real estate career?
I think one of the biggest things that I didn't realize until I learned this is actually a technical term for the different personality types, the DISC test, right?
Yep.
So every time I met a client, you want to know what is the way that they like to be communicated to? How do they think? When you give them information, how are they going to absorb that? You understand their way of being, right? I found that like a D personality is one that just wants the facts rather quickly and they're going to make quick decisions. Someone who's an I personality is someone who likes to hear compliments or hear like they're making a good decision or a lot of feedback.
Mhm.
The S personality wants to know, okay, is this safe? Is this risk free? Am I going to be okay? Can I get out of this? And then the C personality wants to know all the stats of what did this home sell for 5 years ago? What did it sell for 4 years ago? And 3, 2, 1. But when I first started in sales, I was trying to understand, how does someone want to be communicated to? And that to me is super important. Basic sales 101.
That is a great example because how you're going to communicate to an engineer is completely different than how you're going to communicate to someone who runs a car dealership. I would recommend to the new agents listening to this to, if they haven't taken a disc test on themselves, they may be interested to see what they come back as. Because as a business owner, that's something that we've started incorporating. Because if you have a processor, then that person is not necessarily going to be someone that you would want as a D for your processor role, and the different personalities for a loan officer too. That's very interesting, that angle to look at.